I am super happy to report that after last week's dismal sales, which if you want to see that what sold video, I will put it right here, things finally seem to be going back to normal, and it could not have come at a better time.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park, and I am a part-time reseller on platforms such as Poshmark, eBay, Kidizen, and Mercari. My brain is kind of scrambled right now, and that's because I am a full-time high school choir teacher, and this was our first week back, and so I've been immersed in like meetings and professional development and different things like that. So I feel like my brain is still kind of getting used to being in this different, so I feel like my brain is still getting adjusted to like work life. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but for me, our first quarter is going to be 100% remote, which is great in this, sense of safety, but also hard in the sense of my daughter is also remote, that means. And so we're trying to figure out how to both simultaneously teach and, give her the education that she needs and make sure that she's getting the resources that she needs. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how that works next week, because this week is just all kind of professional development and, learning as far as teachers in terms of like what kind of technology we need in order to help our students learn the best. So that's what I'm kind of doing this week. And there was something else, but I can't think of it. If I do, I will let you know. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what sold for me last week, and that was the week of August 10th through the 16th, and I'll be telling you what has sold for me on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, as well as thredUP. I actually didn't have any Kidizen sales this week. I think that's the second week in a row now that I've had no Kidizen sales, but I have had some thredUP sales, so I will share those with you. And that's typically what I have in my what sold videos. I share with you what items sold, how long I've had them in my possession, how much I paid for them, how much profit I made off of them. So if that sounds interesting to you, I do put out one of these videos every week, so make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you haven't already, and also hit that notification bell so that you know every time I put out this kind of video, as well as tips and tricks videos, as well as haul videos, all that stuff that you find on reseller channels. So with that being said, let's get into what sold. So on August 10th, which was a Monday, I had one little measly sale, and it was actually over on thredUP. thredUP is interesting because on thredUP, you only get paid out for your item if the item has sold and the time that buyers have to return items has passed. And so the few items that I'm going to share with you this week that I've sold on thredUP, I actually sold more than this, but these are the ones where enough time has passed now that the person can't return the item. If the person does return the item and then it sells for a second time, then you're automatically paid out regardless of if the buyer decides to keep it or not, because at that point thredUP is like, enough is enough. So these are items that have been paid out. They are not going to be returned anymore. And regardless of what happens from this point going forward with that item, I have gotten paid for it. So the first item, I don't even know how to pronounce this brand. It's Kische. If I had to guess, I would say quiche, but it was just this short sleeve top. It was in a size small. I think it was in like a lavender color, and it had some sort of detail around the neckline. I got this for free from a friend. It seemed like the kind of thing that you would buy at like Kohl's or something. I knew it wasn't worth very much. I did not want to list it in my own closet, so I just went ahead and sent it into thredUP. It sold on their site for $23.99. I made $4.08, which I'm totally fine with, given the fact that I don't even know if I would have made that much if I had listed it myself, and I didn't have to take any pictures or share it or do any of that stuff. So I will send them some stuff that I just don't want to sell myself because I just feel like the value isn't there. But I will also send them like much nicer stuff that I could probably also make a lot of money for, but I could probably also make a lot of money on those items if I were to list them myself, but thredUP could make even more. And then I also do a lot of kind of like those mid-tier brands, a lot of those mall brands like Loft or Ann Taylor or Banana Republic. Some pieces I think just do better on thredUP than they would for myself. I'm still playing around with thredUP. I'm still definitely not like 100% sure what I'm doing. If you wanted a little bit more help when it comes to thredUP, as far as someone holding your hand through the process of how to get started, what kinds of things to send in, what to do if they lose your items, all that kind of stuff, then I definitely recommend taking Chriselle's course on it. I have finally finished it. It's amazing. And that's why I feel like I have the information that I need to, you know, send in the kind of stuff that will make me money, if that makes sense. I've also had thredUP lose some items, and so the course was really helpful in helping me navigate through that. But if you're interested in taking that course for $40 off, I do have an affiliate link for it down below, and I would hurry up and take it if I were you, just because she's coming out with a newer version of the course, at which point she won't be offering any discounts and it will be more expensive. If you sign up for the course now, you'll also have access to that, you know, updated course. So this is like the perfect time to, you know, buy this course. But anyway, that being said, I did have that one sale on Monday, and that was it. I didn't have sales on any other platform except for thredUP. So Monday was a little bit of a bust, but thankfully Tuesday the 11th was a great sales day, and that is because it was closet clear out on Poshmark. And a lot of you know that I have my own special thing that I do for closet clear out to make as many sales as possible, and this Tuesday did not disappoint. So the first thing that sold as a result of my closet clear out method was this pair of Hollister high-rise jean leggings in a darker wash in a size 5 short. They sold for $20 using my closet clear out method, and I made $16 on those. I did get them at the consignment store for less than $1, and so that was a great profit. The next thing also sold as a result of my closet clear out method, and it was this Fabletics black sleeveless full zip hoodie. So it was interesting because, you know, like I said, it was sleeveless, but it was a hoodie. I don't feel like I see that very often. I did get this at the consignment store as well. Fabletics is so hit or miss for me. I have had leggings that sell pretty quickly and for like a decent amount. And when I say decent amount, I mean like maybe $20. But I've also had, you know, stuff from Fabletics, even leggings that just sit and sit and sit. So this actually sold pretty quickly. It sold probably within like a month or two of me having it listed. So not too bad, but I would just be careful with Fabletics. Definitely don't pay up for it, because for me personally, it just doesn't ever sell for that much. The next thing that I sold was this pair of ModCloth, the Savannah wide leg pants in this black color in a size medium. I actually had this identical pair of pants in a navy color as well, but that sold a few months ago. I listed these back in like, I wanna say February or March, because I did get them at the Salvation Army, like an hour and a half away. And I went when they were having this huge sale and everything was basically $1. So I got these for $1, and I turned that dollar into $14.40. This did sell for $18 using my closet clear out method, and it sold to a viewer named Marie. So Marie, thank you so much. There were some issues with shipping, like USPS accidentally shipped it to the wrong house, and there was all this stuff that went down with this pair of pants, but they eventually made their way to Marie, so I'm so glad that they did. And Marie, thank you so much for your patience too. I really appreciate that. The next thing that sold was not because of closet clear out, but it was just someone sending me an offer, and it was this New with Tags ASOS black long sleeve maxi dress with like a green stripe down the sides. It had like a very athletic look to it. I got this at a Plato's Closet, I think 90% off clearance sale. I'm pretty sure I got it on the 90% off sale and not the 70% one. This was a couple sales ago, so I probably had, you know, less than $2 into it. I have had it for quite some time now, you know, probably at least 4 or 5 months, and it did finally sell for $15, so I made $12 on that. $15 was the offer sent to me. And then the next thing to sell was, again, because of closet clear out, and it was this pink Victoria's Secret purple sequin tank top in a size small. This sold for $18. I had it listed for $20. I have a ton of these tank tops that, you know, they're really thin and lightweight, and then they have like all the sequin stuff across the front and sometimes even the back. I have them all listed at $20, and I have been getting so much interest on them, but no one has been taking the bait yet. I could probably drop the price. I don't want to yet, just because they are getting so much interest. I think that they will sell for my price of $18. That's what I'm hoping to get on all of them, which is what I got on this one. So finally, this one sold after, you know, being listed for a month or two, and I made $14.40. The next thing to sell was this Trina Turk for Banana Republic silk blend dress in a size medium. It was like green with like this pretty kind of wavy print to it. This I did get at the consignment store for under $1. It sold for $20 using my closet clear out method, so I made $16. I did just make a video very very recently that I will link right here about mall brands and the different types of things that you can sell from those mall brands for $25 or more. And Banana Republic was on that list, specifically Banana Republic pieces that were a collaboration piece with another designer. Trina Turk is one of those designers, and Trina Turk is a pretty great brand. This is an older collaboration, so this is not necessarily one that I think you need to be on the lookout for, but some people really love Trina Turk and they love Banana, so maybe they're still looking for these pieces. But honestly, I kind of feel like for the people who were diehard, fans of this collaboration, at this point, they've gotten their hands on all of the pieces that they want, because I think that this collab came out in I want to say 2014, maybe 2012. So that is something to pay attention to when you are sourcing. Just because you see a collaboration between, a couple brands doesn't mean that it's an automatic upsell, especially if it's been out for quite some time, because if you think about it and you think about the people who wanted to get their hands on those pieces, they probably already have at this point. So just something to be thoughtful of. Okay, and then over on eBay, I sold this pair of Fila Exodus 2 gray running shoes in a size 8. They were a men's running shoe. They sold for $13 because, let's be honest, Fila is not the greatest outdoor or activewear brand. And I did have them pay for shipping, although I had to pay 76 more cents. So I ended up making $9.51. Those did come from the consignment stores, so I'm still definitely making a profit on those. The next thing I sold on eBay, I have had in my closet forever. It was given to me for free by a friend, but it's been over a year. I did very recently relist these, which is something that I've been, doing in my Poshmark closet, is relisting everything, starting with my oldest listings. And that's just to kind of update the listing and, just make sure that they are more searchable, if that makes sense, as well as just to refresh those listings, just make them newer so that new eyes will see them and all that good stuff. So it was this pair of Old Navy cuffed Bermuda shorts. They were denim in a size 2, and they sold for $8. They paid for shipping, and I made $7.18 because those also did sell as a result of promoted listings at 1%. So even though, I've had those for over a year, it only took them being relisted for maybe a week, if even that, to finally sell. And even though they didn't sell for that much, I'm just happy to get them out of my house. And I'm happy that the act of taking pictures and sharing and all that stuff wasn't in vain, because they did finally sell. And then over on Mercari, I sold this new with tags Riley and Cruz striped t-shirt dress in a size 4 to 5. It sold for $25. I paid for shipping, which was $3.31. And so I made $19.19 on that dress. That's actually a funny sale because it's something that I bought off of Mercari to, sell on my various reselling platforms. And I bought it using Mercari credit. If you didn't know, if you are selling on Mercari and you let other people know about Mercari and they use your affiliate code, you can get some, referral money for that. And if you are not signed up for Mercari yet and you're interested in it, I do have that affiliate link down below that you can use to sign up. And I think you get $5 of credit to start with if you, use my link. And so I had enough of those little credits saved up to just get something, and they expire after some time. So I wanted to try and get this brand Riley and Crew, which is Anthropologie's kid line. I thought I would try it out after hearing Kathy on Ginger Marvin talk about it all the time. And so I think I bought it for $24 on Mercari to begin with. But again, it wasn't real money because I was using credit. So for me, it was free. And then I turned around and sold it for $25 back on Mercari, which is kind of funny. It wasn't quite the flip I was hoping for, but I think that this wasn't the most popular design or style from, Riley and Crew. So I just wanted to try it out. I learned my lesson. I learned that I need to do a little bit more research. It's not just about the brand, but it's also about the piece. And then on Wednesday, August 12th on Poshmark, I sold this pair of Ann Taylor Factory quilted patent leather flats in a size 8. I got a $15 offer on them, which was lower than what I wanted to, move those shoes for. But I just went ahead and accepted the offer. I mean, I'd only had it listed for maybe a month or two, but still I was just wanting to move stuff out at this point. So I sold them for $15. That was the offer sent to me, and I made $12. Those did come to me from the consignment store, so I have less than $2 into them. And then on eBay, I have a sale that was a result of me relisting everything, and it was this Ben Hogan, which is a golfing brand, navy, just kind of baseball cap or hat or whatever. I believe it had I think it had an elastic strap on the back. I don't remember. It was pretty faded. It wasn't in like the best condition. Like you could tell it had been worn quite a bit. I think I got it at the bins a long time ago, but it sold for $8.90. It had a watcher, so I sent out offers to watchers on it. And after they paid for shipping, I made $7.99. Hats can be a really good pickup, especially if you're getting them at like the bins or something, or oftentimes they're sold really cheap at places like garage sales and stuff like that. They can be a really good pickup just because they're so cheap to ship out and so cheap to purchase. So even if, you know, you're selling them for like $10, $15, it's still a pretty good profit. And then the next thing to sell over on eBay was this pair of Hudson boot cut back flat pocket jeans in a size 32. These sold for $34, which was great. I think these came from my thredUP DIY box, which I will link right here. After they paid for shipping, I made $28.40. eBay definitely woke up for me a little bit more this week. Last week, I think I had like 3 sales over on eBay. It was so sad. And I think really like what you have to do with eBay is just keep listing consistently and also like accept sales. Like the motto that, you know, accepting sales will result in more sales. I do think there is some truth behind that. And I definitely just kind of focused on moving anything and everything. Even if it was smaller sales, I would send out those offers to watchers hoping that, you know, people would buy it, and then that usually resulted in slightly bigger sales like this pair of Hudson jeans. So if your eBay has been slow, just keep pushing out, you know, your new listings and maybe consider accepting some offers that are a little bit lower than what you would like. But if it's still going to turn you a profit and hopefully generate some more sales, it may not be the worst thing to do. And also make sure that you are sending out offers to watchers. And then I did have a direct sale this day. This went to Cynthia, and it was 3 pieces from this haul video right here. It was a haul of stuff from a local consignment store where my daughter does gymnastics like right next to it. And so I got some really great pieces, and she picked out some great pieces from that haul. So the first thing that she got was this pair of vegan Dansko clogs. They were so interesting. They were like in this really cool kind of like denim-y blue with like embroidered flowers and paisley print all over it. And then the next thing that she got was this pair of black Vionic slip-on shoes. It was my first time picking up Vionic, and I didn't even, you know, get the opportunity to list them to see how they would do because someone snatched them up right away from the haul, which is great. And then the last thing that she got was this new with tags green UMG tunic. It had like really big wide sleeves, and it was just really beautiful. UMG really makes some really pretty things. I have a hard time moving the brand, but they make some really great kind of boho inspired pieces. And I actually had 2 of these that were new with tags from that consignment store that I purchased. So if you like it, I do have another one. And I think the other one is a size medium as well. So we agreed on those 3 for $90. And that was with me paying shipping, and shipping was $8.45 because I think she lives pretty close by. Like a lot of times people are like, how are you able to ship stuff out so cheap to people? Part of it is that I live smack dab in the middle of the United States. So typically like people aren't that far away from me. It's not like I'm ever in a situation where I'm shipping from like California to New York or anything like that, but I'm literally smack dab in the middle of the US. And so wherever I have to ship, it's not too far. And then she, I think also was in the Midwest, if I remember correctly. So for whatever reason, I was able to get 2 pairs of shoes and a tunic out to her for $8.45. Also, I use Pirate Ship. And if you don't know how to use Pirate Ship, I will put that link right here. But Pirate Ship, you can, you know, ship stuff out for a little bit cheaper than maybe you would, you know, using, I don't know what other services you would use if you're not using eBay or Poshmark, maybe like PayPal or something, but Pirate Ship is really cheap. Oh, it'd be cheaper than like going straight through USPS. And then I ended up making $81.55 off of those 3 pieces. Cynthia already sent me a really nice email saying that she got everything and that she loved everything. And I just thank you so much, Cynthia, especially for being a repeat customer. So I love that. Thank you so much. And then on Thursday the 13th, I did not have any Poshmark sales, but I did have 2 eBay sales and 1 thredUP sale. So the first thing to sell on eBay was this Forever 21 black faux wrap mini skirt in a size small. It sold for $10, and it also sold, you know, via promoted listings. I had them pay for shipping. I made $8.52. I did get this from someone, but I don't remember who. Oh, I think I got it for free from a friend of mine at church who just like went through her closet with her family, and they all donated a bunch of stuff, and this was one of those pieces. The next thing to sell I got for free from a friend a long time ago. I finally got around to listing it maybe like half a year ago. It's the brand Day Trip, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they sell at Buckle. I want to say Buckle or Kohl's, but I'm pretty sure it's Buckle. And it was this floral draped sequin shirt, but it was so interesting because like, you know how like those Lululemon tank tops, it's like a tank top and then they have like a built-in bra. This was like a t-shirt with a built-in racerback tank top, if that makes sense. It was so weird, but basically it like draped in the back and there was this like sequined racerback tank that you could see, and that was built into the shirt. It was so bizarre, and it was like really hard to A, show that in the pictures, and then B, describe it in the listing. But it did finally sell. Someone sent me an offer on it for $15, which I was more than happy to take. And after they paid for shipping, I made $13.28 off of that. So, you know, those last two pieces were things that I got for free. I love free profit. That's my favorite way to make money. And then on thredUP, this was another free item that I got from a friend. I think it was from the same friend that gave me the day trip shirt, but it was the brand Abound. And the shirt did happen to be new with tags. Abound, I believe, is a brand sold at like Nordstrom Rack and those types of places. I think it's like in their junior section. It's not like amazing. So definitely don't pick it up just because you see it at the thrift store or anything like that. If it's a really good deal, maybe, but I don't think there's a huge market for this brand. But it was this sleeveless button-down shirt in a size small. It sold for $19.99 on thredUP. I got a payout of $3. So again, it's worth it in the sense of I got it for free. Rather than donating it or something, I just wrote it down in a spreadsheet on my computer, threw it in a box, sent it into thredUP. They did all the work. I made $3, and $3 here and there over the course of many pieces really adds up, especially if those pieces are things that I was getting for free anyway. Why not, right? And then on Friday, August 14th, on Poshmark, I sold this pair of Sperry topsider Avery boat shoes, but they were like with the kilty, is that what it's called? Yeah, kilty penny loafers. So if you've ever seen those loafers where they have like the little fringy type thing, someone, I think a viewer told me that it's called kilty. So that was really good to know. Good keyword, I guess, for people who know what it is. In a size 7.5. Someone sent me an offer on those for $18, which is less than I wanted to move them for, but Sperry's, man, they take a while to sell. So at this point, I just wanted to get rid of them because I'd had them listed for like 2 to 3 months, and I made $14.40. They did come from the consignment store, so it cost less than $2, and I'm happy with that. On eBay, I sold this pair of new with tags Justice cropped skinny sweatpants with like rhinestone stuff all over it. Like I think it said like love and peace, or I don't know, it just had all these words in rhinestones in a size 10. Again, I got those for free from the same friend who gave me the day trip stuff, the Abound shirt. It sold for $10. That was the offer sent to me. I made $8.97 after they paid for shipping. That was another thing that I had forever. I listed it literally like a year and a half, 2 years ago, but I relisted it on Poshmark and, you know, all of the platforms that I sell on. And within a week of me relisting it, it sold. So I was really happy about that. And then the next thing to sell was this pair of Elmo brown slip-on shoes with like Velcro straps. They were in a size 7. Is that correct? I can't read my handwriting. Yeah, 7. They sold for $10. I had them pay for shipping. I made $8.18. I believe I got those for 99 cents very recently at a Goodwill. So even though I didn't make as much as I had hoped, I still made money off of them. So that's what counts. And then the next thing to sell, I was really excited about. This again was the result of me relisting, and it was this Escada wool silk cashmere blend cream pull-on skirt, and the European sizing was a size 38. My mother-in-law gave this to me. I don't understand like why my mother-in-law has this random stash of like high-end designer clothes. Like she's given me Gucci pants that I sent into thredUP because I was like, are these real? And I just wanted someone else to authenticate them, and they were. So they're currently on thredUP in my closet or whatever you want to call it, and they haven't sold yet or really gotten much action, but they're there and they're real. She's given me, I don't know, just like a lot of different brands, and I'm like, why do you have this stuff in your possession? I'm glad that she did, and then she just gave it all to me because she knows that I resell online. They did have a small flaw, like a small, I think what it was like a little hole, either on the front or the back, I can't remember, and you could tell that it had been patched up. It would be really hard to see from, you know, the perspective of someone just looking at you, but like if you look really carefully, you can see that it's there. So obviously I took pictures of, you know, all that stuff. I disclosed it in my listing, and what I did was when I initially had it listed, I think I listed it for like $38 or something like that, and I had been dropping the price. When I relisted it, I was like, you know what, let's just shoot for the stars and see what happens. So I listed it for $50. It had a watcher on eBay, so I sent out offers to watchers on it for, what was it, $39.90, which they accepted. So I made $34.29. It did also sell via promoted listings, but I was so happy about that, especially given the fact that it had been listed for so long and for less, and then all I did was relist it for more and, you know, just kind of update the description a little bit, update my keywords, kind of change up my listing title, and as a result, it sold, and it sold pretty quickly. So that was really, really exciting. And then I had another direct sale. This was a pair of Mephisto sneakers from that same haul of stuff that I got at the local consignment store. They sold for $35. I paid for shipping, which was $7.75. And so I made $27.25 on those sneakers. They sold to Kathy as a result of her watching my haul videos. So Kathy, thank you so much for the purchase and for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and I hope you love them. And then on Saturday the 15th, I had a really good day. Over on Poshmark, I sold this new with tags one heart paisley printed long sleeve romper. I did have this in my 4 for $25 sale just because I had it for quite some time. I don't know, like, I think it's a Macy's brand, maybe like something that they sell in their junior section. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to put it in my 4 for $25 sale, but it actually sold for my full asking price of $16. And so I made $12.80, but that was after it was listed for literally over a year. So I also realized when it sold that I had a misspelling in my listing title because the brand is One Heart, but they spell heart H-A-R-T. And I think that autocorrect on my computer or phone or whatever I was using to list, it autocorrected H-A-R-T to heart, H-E-A-R-T. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for as I am going through and relisting everything. I had not even gotten around though to relisting this particular item before it did finally sell for my full asking price. So that's always fun. The next thing to sell was like a concert t-shirt for it's like a contemporary worship team or like a worship band called Hillsong United. I do love their music. They're based out of a church in Australia, but there are like Hillsong churches in, I think, really everywhere, like all over the world. And so this was their No Other Name tour shirt in a size small. Someone sent me an offer on it for $8, so I accepted because I didn't know if there was a big market for, you know, concert shirts from this particular band or anything like that. So I went ahead and accepted it. Plus I got it for free from the same friend that gave me like the Forever 21 skirt and a bunch of other stuff. So I made $5.05 off of that shirt. And then I sold a bundle. The first piece was this Reborn J blue V-neck pocket long sleeve tunic in a size small. I did get that from the consignment store for under $1, and I just thought it was really cute. It had like a pocket on the front with like a really fun print to it. And then the next thing to sell in this bundle was by the brand Lush. This is a brand sold at like Nordstrom Rack, and it was this gingham floral back lace-up V-neck shirt in a size small, and the bundle sold for $32, so I made $25.60. That is actually my second time selling that shirt, not because like it got returned to me or anything, but because I found that shirt again after I sold it the first time. And actually, when I found it again, it was at a Plato's Closet 90% off clearance sale, and they had 2 of the same shirt. So I think this shirt is beautiful. I love it so much. And the first time I sold it too, it took forever to sell. And, you know, since I picked it up the last time and I picked up the 2, it's taken forever to sell. But I just love this shirt. Like, I think it's so pretty. So I think I have one more in a size extra small, but I love this shirt. If I see it again, I'll just keep picking it up. I should probably just keep the extra small one for myself. Like, that would be the logical thing to do, seeing as how much I love it. But I think the only thing that's deterring me from keeping it myself is that it laces up the back. And so I don't know, I feel like that's too much work. But anyway, I made $25.60 off of that bundle. Okay, and then on eBay, I sold this bundle. It was really interesting because I, was sending out offers to watchers, and I sent out one for this one skirt and they accepted, and then I sent out one for another skirt and they accepted, and that was like the next day. But when I sat down to do shipping, I realized that these two skirts were going to the same person. So on eBay, they allow you to just like combine shipping, and it ends up obviously being a little bit cheaper for you as the seller getting that stuff out to the person. And if it's like much cheaper and they're saving like $10, $15 on shipping, then I would go ahead and refund them that amount that, you know, you saved on shipping. But because like I ended up only overcharging by like a couple dollars, I'm not going to do that for this exchange, but just throwing that out there. So the first skirt was by the brand Uniqlo, and it was this purple wool blend A-line skirt in a size large. This did come from Keto, if you remember, you know, hearing about her in my past videos. This I think I've had for so long because I think my pictures were just not that good. I feel like I distinctly remember just the lighting that day not being very great. I use all natural lighting on my pictures for clothes, and so I don't know, it just didn't really capture like the purple color of this skirt, and I remember it kind of being cloudy and stuff, like the, you know, quality of the picture. I should have probably just like taken the pictures again, but I didn't, but it finally sold, which is fine. And then the second thing in this bundle was this J. Crew Factory blue polka dot, the pencil skirt in a size 14. Both of those I had sent out offers to watchers on for $14.90. So after like all of the fees and stuff, I ended up making $26.88 off of those two skirts. And that J. Crew Factory skirt I did get at the consignment store for less than $2. The next thing to sell was over on Mercari, and it was this new without tags Torrid gauzy cold shoulder top. This was in a size 3X, I believe, and it sold for $22. I paid for shipping, which was $3.31, so I made $16.49. That is a result of me relisting stuff because this Torrid top I've had now for over 2 years, and I have like multiples. So I have one more, I believe, in a size 3X, but again, it just took me relisting it and, you know, changing up some of the keywords for it to finally sell. And for like a good amount, $22 for a Torrid top is pretty good. Torrid is a great brand. I think their jeans sell best. Their tops are a lot harder to move, I have found, but regardless, if you can get it for cheap enough, which I did, I mean, I paid less than $1 for this a long time ago. It's worth the pickup, but yeah, just throwing that out there. The second thing to sell over on Mercari was by the brand Slinky brand, and it was this tropical floral tunic in like this bright pink color in a size medium. This sold for $13. That was the offer sent to me with free shipping. So after I paid for shipping, I made $8.45. I would not pick up this brand again. I mean, this is the only time I've ever tried selling this brand, but it just took forever to sell and it didn't get a lot of interest or anything like that. So not really a brand that I would recommend. The next thing to sell was another direct sale, and it went to Alinka. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry, but she was watching this haul video of mine from like forever ago, and it was this Wizard of Oz t-shirt. Like, it's such a cool shirt. It's like a black t-shirt. It's kind of faded, but then I feel like someone just took a stencil of like the 4 main characters from the Wizard of Oz and like did something, but like bleached the crap out of the shirt. I don't even know how to explain it. It was a really cool shirt, and I actually kept it for myself, and I wore it a couple times, but she reached out and was like, do you still have this shirt? And I was like, yeah. And so she was like, can I buy it off of you? And I was like, I have worn it a couple times, so if you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. And she was like, yeah, that's totally fine. And I was gonna sell it to her for really cheap. The only issue is that she lives in Canada. So shipping to Canada is obviously a little bit more expensive because it's international. And so I ended up selling it to her for $18 shipped, just because it costs like $11.64 to ship out. So I ended up making $6.36 off of that shirt. I hope she loves it. She also is going to be starting a YouTube channel soon, and her YouTube channel is The Thrifty Historian, I believe. I will link it down below. So definitely make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications for her channel so that as soon as she, you know, does start uploading content, you know right away. You're one of the first people to, you know, watch her videos. By the way, as we're on the topic of YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff, if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit that like button, because believe it or not, that simple act of liking a video or leaving a comment really helps out my channel. It helps it grow and helps YouTube understand that people like you enjoy this kind of content. So if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, me, I'd really appreciate it. Moving on to a couple thredUP sales. So the first thing that sold this day on thredUP, there were 3, which is kind of huge. The first thing was this new with tags Lane Bryant 3/4 sleeve top in a size 18 to 20. It sold for $30.99 over on thredUP. I made $6.36 on it, which I'm okay with because I have a really hard time selling Lane Bryant tops. So again, I got this at the consignment store for under $1. I threw it in a box after recording it on a spreadsheet, and I made $6.36 for doing nothing. I'm totally cool with that. The next thing to sell was this Chico's long sleeve t-shirt. It was super basic. It was in a size extra large, which is a Chico's 3. It sold for $21.99 on thredUP, so I made $3.52 off of that. And on the listing on the thredUP site, it even said that there was like minor fading or minor wear or something like that. So even with that, it sold for $3.52. So even with that, I still made $3.52 on that, which isn't the greatest profit, but again, I'm still in that mode of like just trying out things and seeing what's worth picking up to send in. I still made a profit, not a very big one, but now I know don't send in basic Chicos. And then the last thing to sell was a pair of new with tags Lee flare jeans in a size 10. I never pick up Lee like at the thrift store or anything, but I found them at this consignment store, knew that I'd be paying less than $1 for them, and they were new with tags, so I just wanted to see what happened. They sold for $30.99, so I made $6.36. So again, with thredUP, and I will have a video coming out about thredUP soon, but you want to experiment as long as you're not paying a lot to experiment, if that makes sense. So don't go to the thrift store and pay thrift store prices to experiment with thredUP, but like if you're getting stuff for free, or if you're getting stuff for under $1, or if you're at the bins or something, and you just, find some brands that you're like, I wonder how this would do at thredUP, it's definitely worth just sending in and seeing what happens, because you never know, you might be pleasantly surprised. Like I heard that the brand Casper, if you've heard of that brand or seen it at thrift stores, it's like Casper with a K. I've heard that their blazers can sell really well on thredUP, and payouts can be like $20, $30, which is like crazy to think about, because I'm sure if you're anything like me, we're passing up Casper all the time. And sometimes you can find it at like church sales or garage sales or wherever for maybe like $1 or $2. And at that price, it might be worth picking up to try and send into thredUP. But definitely don't, pick things up for like $5, $6, like Chico's long sleeve t-shirts or something, and send them into thredUP thinking that you're gonna make a profit. And right now I am in this mode of experimentation because I was able to buy so much stuff in bulk at a local consignment store and get stuff for under $1 a piece. And that's the only reason why I feel comfortable enough to send those pieces into thredUP and just see how they do. And you get to benefit because you just get to hear about what worked and what didn't. So the last day of sales was the 16th of August, which was a Sunday, and I started off with a great sale. It was this jacket by the brand Outdoor Research. It was goose down, and it was called the Sonata hoodie jacket in a size extra small. It was in like this orange color, like a really bright orange. It was so lightweight, and there was a black stain on the elbow, which obviously I took pictures of and disclosed. It still sold for $100. That was the offer sent to me. I think I had it listed for like $132 or something like that, and I made $80 off of that jacket. I did get it at the consignment store, so I paid probably 85 cents for that. So I almost made like 100 times my money, which is crazy. That is a great brand to look out for. It's Outdoor Research. It's kind of like, an Arc'teryx, like better than the North Face. It's just a really great outdoor brand. So if you see it, definitely pick it up if you can get it at a good price. The next thing to sell was this pair of Capagalia. I'm probably saying that wrong, or Capagayo. I don't even know, guys. I think it's like a Brazilian brand, or at least it was made in Brazil, but it was these brown leather lace-up ankle booties in a size 7.5 medium, or like kind of like Oxford ankle boots. They were amazing. They were so cool. They sold via offer of $35, so I made $28 on those, and they were from the consignment store, so less than $2 into them. Finally, on eBay, I had one pretty small, very humble sale, and it was this new with tags Isaac Mizrahi for Target, silk blend brown tank in a size medium. I sent it out to auction because this again was one of my oldest listings, and I had just recently relisted it and had made the choice to relist it on auction on eBay just to get it out of my house. I got one bid on it for $1.99, which I was super happy about. I just wanted it gone. And after they paid for shipping, I did have them pay like $4 for shipping, and it only cost $2.98 to ship out. So I made $2.43 on that. So those were my sales for the week. The way that it broke down was I had, let's see, 34 women's pieces sell, 2 men's pieces, and 3 kids pieces. I sold 14 items on Poshmark for a total of $262.65. I sold 12 things on eBay, which was a huge jump up from, 3 that I sold last week, and they sold for $155.63. By the way, all the numbers that I'm throwing at you are my net sales. This is the amount going into my bank account. I've already accounted for any shipping discounts, platform fees, anything like that. So 12 things sold on eBay for $155.63. 3 items sold on Mercari for a total of $44.13. And then I sold 5 things to 3 different people using direct sales. They just watched a video, reached out to me on Instagram or email, and I made $115.16 as a result of those direct sales. On thredUP, I sold 4 things for a total of $23.32. And so for the week, I sold 38 items and I made a grand total of $600.89, which I am so happy with considering last week I didn't even make 300. So I more than doubled this week what I did from last week, which is great because we are entering a busy season with school and all of that. So hopefully it helps me kind of keep the momentum. I will say that I have been very distracted lately because I just got a Nintendo Switch Lite and the game Animal Crossing, and it has kind of been taking over my life. If you play Animal Crossing and you have an island that I can come visit, please leave that information down below. I don't remember what exactly. I think I need your island code or something like that, right? I don't know. Once my island is in decent enough shape, I will share my island information with you as well. I'm literally on my 3rd or 4th day of playing it, and I'm obsessed. It's really dangerous. I don't even know what to do. Anyway, moving on. Just to give you an update of how I've been doing with items from that consignment store that I keep talking about, where I'm getting clothing items for under $1 and shoes for under $2. I have sold 168 pieces from that consignment store, and I have made $2,810.71. I spent an initial investment of $1,400, so we're doing really well, people. We've made over $1,400 from this one place, and I haven't even listed everything yet. I still have hundreds of things to list from that consignment store, so I'm so excited about how that's going. Although right now I'm at a standstill with listing new items because I am currently relisting everything in my Poshmark closet. So that is everything for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope your sales have been picking up from last week. I know when I, put out that video last week about how slow sales had been, a lot of you empathized with me. You told me that your sales were really slow as well. I hope that it's picking up for you. And as we get into Q4, which isn't usually super lucrative for especially clothing resellers, but definitely better than, summer slowdown, I hope that it picks up for all of us. So that's it for me. If you guys are starting back at school, or if you have kids who are starting back at school, I wish you safety and sanity and all that stuff, because I know firsthand just how crazy it is in these times of the pandemic that we are all still in. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.